You make it sound really easy.
Because it is. It once you know how to do it, what to do and how to do it, it's really easy.
All about the creative.
All about the creative. We were spending like $1,000 a day
Really?
on advertising. Yeah. For these events.
Did you use the same video creative? Because I presume you were using video creative on Facebook.
No.
On this episode of the Engaging Marketeer, we're actually going to be talking about a form of marketing, which is unusual for me. I've got Marcus Svedin, who is a YouTube ads expert. I'm going to be talking to Marcus about what the difference is between running YouTube ads and Facebook ads and how you do the targeting on YouTube ads. You are really going to love this, by the way, because the targeting on YouTube ads, oh, it's good. And what kind of budgets you need and how you can make your YouTube ads successful. Let's get straight into it. So you're massive YouTube marketer, aren't you? You are huge in YouTube.
I love YouTube.
You love YouTube.
I breathe it.
Yeah. Now, you see, I have a couple of YouTube channels,
Yeah.
but it's not something I am big in. So what made you get into YouTube in such a big way?
So back in 2000 and early 2019, my business partner Ben and I, we were running some events, some like live events, and we were doing Facebook ads. And I was like 2018, 2019, yeah. And we were running some events, and we were doing Facebook ads, and Facebook just shut our account down for who knows why. Like
that can happen, can't it?
So we were spending like $1,000 a day.
Really?
On advertising, yeah, for these events, and we were like, well, we have to get something going. Like we have to, we have to, can't stop advertising. So we looked at YouTube, and we hadn't ever even considered it, but we're like, well, it's a very similar, interruptive type advertising. It's very similar in nature. So we threw an ad together at like 2 a.m, threw a script together. We like dissected a few other ads that we saw and found, and kind of dissected the structure and whatnot. And then posted on YouTube, sort of advertising it on the YouTube platform. And we were very, very pleasantly surprised at the actual result. We're like, whoa, like we were getting better lead prices on YouTube than we're on Facebook.
This was the first time you'd ever advertised on YouTube, then you just getting results.
Wow. Yeah, first time. And I mean, obviously we had a sales process that was already working with paid advertising, right? That's a big thing. And so then after that, we were just like, whoa, we'll just spend most of our money on YouTube, and that was it. And then eventually we realized hardly anyone's teaching this stuff. Hardly anyone's doing this stuff. Like in America, it's like 8% of advertisers are actually using YouTube, right? And so like, well, why don't we get really good at this? We'll do some more research and find our own messaging and our own process and this and that, and we'll just do YouTube. We'll teach YouTube. We'll, all sorts, done for you, done with you, whatever. And that's what we did, and that's what we're doing right now. And it's still the same. Like hardly anyone does YouTube. Everyone does Facebook. Like everyone's on, like 93% of advertisers are on Facebook.
Yeah. So
but hardly anyone does YouTube.
When you first did an advert on YouTube, then this is for events that you're running. So the same thing that you were doing on Facebook.
Yeah.
Did you use the same video creative? Because I presume you were using video creative on Facebook.
No, we didn't. Because in our research, with the structure of a YouTube ad is different than the structure you'd probably do for a video creative on Facebook. Now, we've used our YouTube creatives on Facebook and gotten good results. We've tried using our Facebook video ads on YouTube, and we've got results, but not nearly as good.
Okay.
Right. And it has to do with the structure of the ad. So in the structure of the ad, you have the first 5 seconds, right, which is the hook. So in the hook, you have to call out your dream human, your dream client, before they hit that skip button, right? So for example, one of my favorite and most profitable hooks is your Facebook advertising turning your hair 50 shades of gray? Maybe try YouTube ads, right? So in that 5 seconds, right, I'm calling out people who are already running ads on YouTube, who are already running ads on Facebook, right? And they're fed up with Facebook, or they're struggling with Facebook, and I'm putting the idea of YouTube in their minds, or piquing their interest. Oh, yeah, YouTube ads. What's this about? So that's, and so on a Facebook video, you have to grab their attention, stop the scroll.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have that on YouTube. On YouTube, you have 5 seconds to you have 5 seconds to separate the cream from the crop. Right. And so it doesn't really work as well. Again, it does work, but not nearly as well as our new structure.
So when you first run the ad, then what was the actual content of the ad that you were getting results with?
Value, straight up value. So basically what happens is the whole structure of a YouTube ad is hook. So our structure is hook, elevator pitch, story, close. Right. So it's 4 parts. So the hook, I just spoke about the hook. The elevator pitch, the reason why I call it elevator pitch is because imagine you're going to your office building, right? It's a multi-story office building, right? And you get in an elevator and you're going up to the top to talk to the boss to pitch him an idea, whatever it might be. You get to the top, doors open up, the boss gets in, and you have from the top to the bottom, which is roughly about 20 seconds, to qualify why your ideas kick ass and take names, right? So that's exactly what you do in the ad. So you hook the person you want to talk to. You then qualify yourself, right? Qualify who you are real quick, and then why they should listen to the rest of the ad. Okay, so for example, are your Facebook ads turning your hair 50 shades of gray? Maybe try YouTube ads. Hi, my name is Marcus Svedin, and I have helped hundreds of business owners add an additional 6 to 7 figures to their business using simple ads like this. And in the next 90 seconds, I'm going to show you exactly how you can target people on YouTube who are interested in your product, who can afford your product, and are ready to buy your product. Right? And so that's the elevator pitch. Okay. So I've hooked them, I've qualified myself, and I've explained to them why they should watch this ad. Right. So after that comes a story. In the story, this is where you deliver on your promise you made in the elevator pitch. So this is where I talk about what we call credit card out targeting, right? Where we're able to target people who are interested in your product, they can afford your product, and they are ready to buy your product. And so I quickly talk about the different targeting options and this and that and whatnot, right? So that's the story. And then there's the close.
What's the length of the story? Sorry, because you said it was 90 seconds for the elevator pitch.
Yeah, so the hook goes for about 5 seconds or so. The elevator pitch goes for about 25 seconds, 20 seconds, around there. And then the story goes for about maybe 90 seconds.
Okay.
Maybe 2 minutes, somewhere around there. The whole ad's about 3 minutes.
Right.
Right. And so then you have the close, right? Now the close, a lot of people just say I'm selling a webinar, right? They go, oh, so to access the webinar, click on the link below and I'll see you there. right? And so, and like usually in the story, you'll kind of link, okay, you know, and I'm talking about this in an upcoming webinar, blah, 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 right? So, but in the close, you need to sell the click, right? So you don't just say, oh, so to discover more or to, you know, to book a call or to watch the webinar, you know, click below. That's boring. Okay. You need to sell it. So if you like to discover how YouTube ads, so if you like to discover how simple YouTube ads, just like this one, can add an additional 6 to 7 figures to your business. Okay. Simply click on the link below or the button below. You'll be taken to a page that looks like this. This is where you have like a B-roll of what the page looks like, right? Where you can register for the webinar, or you can book a call with us, or where you can, you know, sign up for the event or buy the book or whatever it may be, right? So you're selling the click. You're not just telling them what to do, but you're getting excited about clicking the button. So with all those elements combined, that's how we're able to help many of our students, you know, create $1 million campaigns on YouTube. And it's your ad creative. Your ad creative is the biggest needle mover in this entire process. As far as getting good quality traffic from YouTube, it's the number one.
All about the creative.
All about the creative.
And for business owners listening to this that don't have a video production studio, don't need it. How can they create the creative?
Don't need it. Your phone, a microphone, like a wireless microphone, and a gimbal, which is like a handheld anti-shake.
Like a DJI gimbal, for example.
DJI, that's exactly what we use, DJI. Right. So I have my business partner Ben. He has the latest iPhone, whatever. I have a Samsung S23, whatever it is. And we use for the microphones, we use a Rode Go 2.
Okay.
Right. I just bought the recent DJI mic, which is like a dual transmitter, single receiver. It's sick. I love it. Like super clean, crisp, very easy to use. It's wireless. Yeah, it's schmicko. I love it.
How much does one of those set you back?
A couple $100.
Right. Okay.
If you buy the double transmitter, probably $500. Well, that's Australian. So so probably $300, somewhere around there. The Rode Go mic singles are like $300 Australian, so probably like $200. And then the DJI gimbal, probably $75, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they've really come down, haven't they? They've really come down.
Yeah, they're really cheap. Really amazing. They're awesome. But yeah, they're pretty cheap now.
That's
all you need. That's all you need. And then you send it off to your video editing team. So you do all the recordings, send it off to your video editing team, and then they'll splice it all and add B-roll and graphics and all stuff.
Okay. So it's incredible to think that you're producing high quality video ad creative, essentially using something that everybody's got in their pocket.
Yeah.
As they walk around.
That's one of the biggest myths. One of the biggest myths is that you need to have high quality, not high quality, but like Hollywood style type ads, right? Which is nonsense, right? Because you don't want that, because people see that crap all the time, right? They see it on TV. They even see it on YouTube with McDonald's and the insurance companies and the car company ads. They see it all the time, right? So when you shoot an ad and it's just you in front of a phone, right? And you're like in your office or on a work spot or whatever it may be, right? It makes you more authentic, right? And authenticity is one of the biggest things people crave these days, is what's real. Like, this is real, because there's so much fakeness out there, right? Whereas if it's just you just talking to a phone, right? It's like I've literally shot ads here in my office that have made me tens of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Right. I mean, obviously, I don't use this webcam because the quality is not nearly as good. Yeah. But sound is actually more important than your actual video quality.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah, but that's you don't need a whole lot. You could probably spend $500 and you can make heaps of good ads.
Yeah. See, I'm liking the sound of this because I've got the equipment already.
Yeah,
I've
and
got the
most people
DJ.
do.
Yeah,
Most
I've got
people
the
do.
DJ. I've got the phone. I've got some. Actually, got Sony radio mic as well.
Oh yeah. That'll work. That'll
Got the
work as long as it's clean. As long as it's clean.
got the kit. So
Yeah.
when you've recorded the video and you're happy with that and you've used the structure that you've talked about, what's the next step to getting that ad on YouTube?
So you need to find your audience. So the great thing about YouTube ads, now understand that YouTube is owned by Google, right? So all YouTube advertising is done on the YouTube on the Google Ads platform, right? So then you need to find out your audience. Okay, who am I going to send this ad out to? Now the best thing I love about YouTube advertising is the targeting. You cannot find targeting like that anywhere else.
Oh,
So,
really?
for example, on Facebook, right? You can really only target people based on their interests. What are they interested in? Okay, and that's great. That's Facebook ads do work. We still use it, but mostly for retargeting, right? With YouTube, I can target people who are interested in certain products, right? But I can target people who are not just interested in certain things. I can target people who visit websites, certain websites. I can target people who type in certain search phrases, search terms in the Google search bar.
You know what they're looking for. You know what their problems
Yeah,
are right now.
exactly. Right. So someone goes to YouTube. Sorry. Someone goes to Facebook, Google, and they type in how to do YouTube advertising. Okay. Well, I have a campaign running saying anyone that types in these keywords into Google search, the next time those people are on YouTube, I want you to show my ads to them. Right. So I'm in the search bar typing in, right? How to do YouTube advertising. And then at some stage within the next few days, whatever it may be, next couple of days, I'm on YouTube and an ad pops up. Hey, would you like to discover how you can do YouTube advertising or whatever it may be? So I'm putting my ad in front of someone who is obviously looking for a solution.
Mm.
Can't really do that on Facebook. Can't do that anywhere else, except you can do a Google search, right? But that's expensive and very competitive, right? Like we tried advertising our stuff on Google search and we were looking at like $30 clicks.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
to get that volume, to get that traffic, to be in a good position. Yeah, you're looking at it's really expensive.
So how does the cost compare with YouTube then?
Anywhere between 1/3 and a half for cost per click.
Per click.
Now, that's per click.
Hmm.
Now, mind you, there's a whole lot. Like if you're doing like lead generation, like now we focus mostly with lead generation, right? A lot of it largely also depends on your sales process, right? So you can have fantastic targeted traffic, but if your sales process sucks, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Whereas if if you have a fantastic sales process that's proven that works, you could send half decent traffic to it and it'll convert and it'll most likely be profitable. Right. So the cost per click is about a third to a half, but your cost per lead may be really high if you don't have a proven optimized sales process. So and that's a big thing that a lot of people think. I think, oh, if the traffic sucks.
Yeah.
No, 9 times out of 10, it's your sales process sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
We get that a lot. We get clients coming to us asking us if we can do Google ads or Facebook ads for them or SEO for them. And obviously we can, but a lot of the time their website is shite
Yeah.
It's not going to convert, and there's no
Yeah.
sense paying to send people to a website that isn't going
That's
to convert.
exactly. And really, you don't really want to be sending cold traffic to a website. You want to be sending it to like a landing page, a sales funnel, or some lead generation funnel of some sort, right? Because a website is like a brochure for your business. It tells you who they are, who we are, what we do, how to contact us, what are our events, bits and pieces about us, right? Why you should work with us, who our team is, right? That's what a website's for. Okay. People doing research on you. When you're running paid traffic and it's a cold audience who've never heard of you, you send them to a landing page where they can take one of two actions. Either they leave or they give you details, or they give you details, or they purchase a product or whatever it may be. Right. So who is listening to this? If you're sending cold traffic to a website, don't like stop.
Don't. Yeah.
I mean, if it's working, great. But
unless you have a landing page set up on that website that has all the navigation.
Correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So when you're doing this, do you find there's what's the split between people using desktop and people using a mobile device?
So about 80% of your traffic will come from mobile devices, and that's just because of the way people consume media these days. A lot of times it's all on mobile devices, right? So when you are running your traffic, you need to make sure that your page, your landing page, is optimized for mobile devices. So it looks good on a mobile device, right? That the load speed is around 3 seconds on a mobile device. If your load speed is too slow, like let's say over 3 seconds, 4, 5, 6 seconds, whatever, or plus, you'll be paying with traffic that will never see your landing page because it takes too long to load and they exit away. They go, nah, too long, can't be stuffed, right? Because people are so impatient these days. So you need to make sure your load speed is around 3 seconds and your page looks good on a mobile site. So you don't have like text overlaying each other, and it needs to look good on mobile devices.
Which is another reason, as you say, not to send people to a website, because websites often
don't look good on mobile devices.
They're not designed mobile first, whereas landing pages are.
That's right.
Is there much difference in the creative for mobile and for desktop that you're using for the video?
So you can do, so we always shoot ours horizontal, landscape. All right. Now, if you're doing a short ad, like you putting ads on YouTube Shorts, it needs to be a minute long or less than a minute, and it needs to be shot in portrait. So, and that's the biggest difference. So, but we've got most of our best results come from the longer horizontal ads. Have
you any idea why that is? Why Shorts doesn't give such a good result?
I think it's just because the mindset people are using when they're watching short videos. So when I'm watching shorts, I don't really watch shorts very much, but when I'm watching shorts, I'm just watching it, just wasting time, right? Usually like same Facebook, I'm just sitting on the toilet at work, just flicking through Facebook, or same thing with YouTube Shorts. I'm just watching a quick thing just to waste 10 minutes, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times when I'm on YouTube, on the actual platform itself, I'm there, I'm watching content, I'm consuming longer content. So I'm consuming education, I'm consuming, some kind of entertainment of some sort. That's going to be a lot longer than 1 minute, right? I mean, obviously you can watch shorts on YouTube, obviously on desktop, but most shorts are watched on mobile. So I think it's just the mindset of the user rather than the actual platform itself.
Okay.
That makes sense.
In terms of the targeting, you mentioned that you can obviously track what people are searching for and put your ad in front of somebody that has a specific problem that you solve. What
Yep.
other types of targeting are you using?
So you can use website targeting. So people who visit specific websites, right? So as long as those websites have like Google Analytics, or the person watching or visiting that website using Chrome, or what it may be.
So just to clarify as well, that they don't have to be your websites.
No.
That can be somebody else's website. That could
Yeah,
be
they could
a
be competitor
competitor
websites.
of yours.
Yeah, 100%. So we have a client who does like importing, exporting, coaching here in Australia. We target government import export websites, right? We've been running that audience to the same ad for over 8 months, and it's just been rolling, right? With our own targeting, right? We target CRM websites, HubSpot, Salesforce, ActiveCampaign, Go High Level, Ontraport, right? All these bigger, more, more expensive type CRMs, right? Because we know that the users of these types of CRMs, they're probably going to be spending money on advertising, right? So I think about not necessarily my competitors, but I think, okay, my dream human, what websites are they visiting? What websites are they going to, all the time? And then I'll target them. You can target, as I said previously, you can target keywords on Google search, right? You can target keywords on YouTube. You can remember, YouTube is a search engine, right? It's the second largest search engine on the planet, next to Google. So if you combine all the other search engines like Bing and AOL and all the other ones, combine them all together, YouTube is still a bigger search engine than that. Right? So you can target YouTube search keywords. You can target placements on YouTube, obviously, like channels, certain videos. You can target apps, Google Apps, right? So we have another client of ours. He runs an investment coaching program here in Australia, right? We target investment apps, right? It works really well for them. Okay, so the websites work the best. The websites work the best, right? Number one, by far. And also you have because Google has so much data on like everyone that uses their platform, it knows what it knows what you're in the market for. So it knows, for example, me, it knows that I'm in the market for scuba diving equipment, right? Because it's coming up scuba diving season here in Australia, getting warmer now.
Forgot where you were then for a second, didn't you? Forgot where you were.
Yeah, I was about to say Florida. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, it knows that I'm looking up new BC and some new regs for this season, and so if someone else were to target people who are in market for fishing, ocean type gear, right? Boom, they can put their ad in front of me. So Google has like these pre-built audiences, like these groups of people who are in market for certain things that you can target straight away. So in market for advertising services, in market for payroll services, in market for beauty products, in market for outdoor stuff, in market for, there's like 150 of them or something like that. I can't remember. But so the targeting is insane. It's crazy. You won't find it anywhere else.
The one thing you mentioned there that's just it's going around in my head constantly was the competitors, because the devil in me is thinking there's so much potential with that. Because I remember because we're in web hosting, there's a lot of hosting companies that, and I've used a lot of hosting companies over the years. whenever a hosting company has a problem and all their clients' websites go down and they've got a big issue, competitors who are really keen on it will jump on Twitter and they will look for people on Twitter who are mentioning that hosting company that's gone down, and they'll reply to them saying, we're an alternative to this, we're cheaper, more reliable, that kind of thing. You can do that with a YouTube ad. So if a particular hosting company has a problem, you could put a YouTube ad at people that log into their platform, advertising your service as an alternative that is reliable, because they're currently disgruntled with that service.
Yep.
There's just too many ideas. So
it's clever targeting. It's clever targeting. All it is. Clever marketing.
Because everyone's got competitors that are a thorn in their side.
Yeah.
And the idea of putting ads out specifically at your competitors' clients, your competitors' customers, seems really devilish, but I love it. So how much of that have you done, targeting competitors? Either for yourselves or for clients?
All time. So, I mean, us as YouTube coaches and agency, we don't really have, we have like Facebook competitors, but like there's not a whole lot of other YouTube coaches around. Like, there's a few. There's a couple there in the UK. There's Alric in the US. There's us here in Australia. But we target people like Alex Hormozy's audiences, Tony Robbins people, Grant Cardone's people. We target. I'll see ads on Facebook of like coaches, like for example, like coaches for coaches, or like that sort of thing, right?
I get ads for that all the time.
Yeah. So, and I'll look at like I'll research. So I'll see the ads and I'll do a bit of research. Are they worthwhile? So that if I see that they have a good, like they're spending lots of money ads, that they have a big audience, that they got a big Facebook page. Okay, yeah, I'll find the website that they're sending their traffic to. I'll target that page because I know they're paying. I know that because they're paying ads for that particular landing page, it's working, right? Most of the time. So I will target that page and I'll say, you want to visit this page? I'm going to target that page.
That's even more devilish than what I was thinking.
It'll be, but see, it's not just that page. It's that page, but also pages similar to that one. So for example, I target the Salesforce or HubSpot websites. So I'll target that website, but I also get other websites that are similar to HubSpot and Salesforce.
Because the people that are clicking through to those pages are genuinely interested in what they do, therefore they'll be interested in what you do.
Yeah, in most cases, yeah. They'll I know that people who are using these CRMs are going to be doing paid advertising.
Oh, I love that. And I've just got. I'm just so. I'm excited. I'm excited by this. So, what sort of budgets are we talking about for campaigns?
So I always start short. I always start small, right? So I'll probably spend. Well, it depends. Like I always get asked this question, and I always say, look, how many leads do you want, and how fast do you want them? If you want a lot of leads quick, spend a lot of money quick. If you want to start small and work up, do that. And that's what I usually do. So when you first start out, I'll probably put like $35 a day on one campaign, right? I'm testing ads. I'm testing audiences. I mean, obviously, if it's an untested landing page, I'm testing landing page. I'm testing copy. Like, is it text copy versus VSL, right? So there's a whole lot of testing. So your first 2 months, you're just testing, right? Because you have to give a good amount of data to Google, so they can start trying to find you better people, the right people. And that takes a little bit of time. Right? That'll take a week and a bit, 2 weeks. So for one campaign. So I usually like to try and start out with maybe 2-3 grand per month, just testing. And you may not spend that entire amount. Right? You may know who so like if you know who your avatar is, you can draft create a message that's super targeted for them. And then you know where they're going, so you can target those websites. So a lot of times you'll find winners really quick. Like for example, we actually have a new client now who teaches people how to do podcasts, right? And we started their campaigns today, right? Today. And today, we've already have one audience that's generating them leads for like $15. And this is for a $10,000 product. Wow. Right. So if they're getting $15 leads for a one-day event that sells a $10,000 product, that's good math. That's good math. And that's on day one. Why? Because we know who the avatar is. We crafted a really good message and we're putting out in front of really good audiences. So you can find winners really quick.
So are you able to share a little bit of what the audiences are for that one?
So, hold on a second. Let me pull it up. So we're testing Podcasters Paradise. I'm trying to think here. There's we have some media schools that teach podcasting. And then there are podcast agencies.
Yes.
Right. So if you're if you want to target people that want to learn to do podcasts, well, why don't you people who want to do podcasts, they go to these agencies. Oh, teach me how to do podcasting, right? Or podcasting courses. Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Podcast Paradise was one of them.
Yeah.
And the other one was a podcast agency. It was a big podcast agency. But the podcast agency was the one that started making results real quick.
Wow.
And so, yeah. Doesn't take a remember off the top of my head. So because we literally just set it up. Like we set them up last night and they started running today.
So with that particular campaign, then it is about targeting people that are visiting other ones similar to that is your main focus for the target. Yeah.
So that people who visit this podcasting agency's website and other websites similar to that one. Right. And that started working day one.
Wow. That's fast.
Yeah.
That's fast.
And that's on a $35 a day budget on that one campaign.
Wow. And of course, that's the kind of thing you just cannot do on Facebook.
I don't know. Probably not. I haven't done Facebook ads in over 3-4 years. So I don't know.
A lot of the targeting that you used to have on Facebook is being removed.
Yeah. You can't do income targeting anymore on Facebook. You can on Google.
No,
so you can't. I can say, I want to target the top 30% of people. Sorry, top 30% of household incomes.
Yeah.
Or the top 10% or top 50%. Or target everyone.
You used to be able to target
homeowners. You target homeowners.
Yeah, you used to be able to target homeowners on Facebook in the UK, but you can't anymore. That's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but you won't find targeting anywhere else at all. And that's because Google has so much data on so many people.
So with so many people using Facebook and not Google, why do you think that is when Google is cheaper and with better targeting? Sorry, YouTube is cheaper with better targeting.
Yeah, because it's the barrier to entry, right? Facebook, you get a creative. You just get a static image, right? You chuck in some copy, you put in a link that goes to your landing page. You do some interest targeting, you add some budget, you hit start. That's it, right? And then there's like a million and one freaking courses about, oh, give us $7 and we'll teach you how to do YouTube ads. I'll teach you how to do Google, Facebook ads. Right? So the barrier to entry to doing Facebook ads is a lot less than YouTube. YouTube, you have to script an ad. Like you have to script a video. Then you have to shoot the video. Then the video has to be edited. And, and then you have to do the targeting, right? And there's a lot more campaign options and settings on Google than there are on Facebook, right? So then you have to, what type of campaign what do I run? CPV? Do I run CPA? Do I run max conversion? Do I run fetching? Like which setting do I pick? So the barrier to entry is a lot greater, especially on the creative side. And that's why less people do YouTube than they do Facebook. And a lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand it. They don't understand the structure of a YouTube ad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have the patience to find a good YouTube ad, deconstruct it, and figure out, what the structure is.
I presume with a YouTube ad, it's the same as with Facebook, that you can actually set a conversion tracking goal so that you can run your ad based on conversions.
Correct, 100%. That's mostly what we run most of the time.
All right, so it's not cost per click or cost per impression you do; it is cost per conversion you go for.
Oh well, no. So you get charged. So you get charged per click, right?
Right.
But you are optimizing for conversions.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, so you still get charged per click, but you only optimize per conversions.
That's impressive. It's interesting that you're charged per click. Because obviously with Facebook, it's typically per impression.
Yeah,
and Facebook will try and get you lots of impressions that are irrelevant.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So there are different campaign settings. So there are some times where you can get charged per impression, or you get charged per view, right? So people who view your ad, so a view is anyone who's watched like 30 seconds of your ad, right? Then you get charged. And that's what most campaigns are based around is, you get charged. So you get so let me rephrase that. You don't get charged per click, you get charged per view.
Right.
Now a view is where someone watches 30 seconds of your ad, they watch the whole ad, or they click on your ad.
Gotcha.
That's when you get charged. Now there are campaigns where you do get charged per impression because you're trying to push out your ad to just pump it out, just get it out there as many people as possible, right? So you then set a bid per 1,000 impressions per CPM, right? So, but there are campaigns you can get charged per impression, but that's a different kettle of fish than what I normally do.
Yeah. Whereas, of course, Facebook, an impression or a view on a video ad on Facebook is 3 seconds. If they watch 3 seconds.
3 or 15 seconds, I think. I think 15 is the most you can do if it's like a...
Yeah, you're charged.
Yeah.
So what kind of mistakes are people making when they're creating YouTube ads?
They try to use a Facebook ad, like a Facebook video ad, as a YouTube ad. That's the mistake. They don't add value to their ad. Like it's all like salesy type. So they don't add a lot of value. Right. So they try and close, like they try and do a call to action too soon. Right. Whereas you want to give, and then you ask. Right. So you want to have a very valuable ad, right? They don't split test. They don't test different hooks, right? So they may only have like 1 or 2 hooks, 3 hooks, right? Man, we're going through like 20 hooks.
20
for for every 5 hooks you have, you may have one that works well,
Wow.
right? And so what you want to do, and the difference between a good hook and a bad hook is half the lead cost, right? So your lead cost can be halved just by a good hook. So that's that first 5 seconds. So you people and so the thing is like and or people they they don't they get lazy. They don't create and they don't create more they don't create more creatives. So there's like one shoot and they go, oh, okay, that's it, I'm done. And they don't shoot anymore. No. Go out, shoot some more. Different scripts, different locations, you know. Instead of having have like an entertaining ad instead of a salesy ad, or maybe like be creative in your ad. So there's one ad I saw today on Facebook. The dude was rapping, right? I'm like, I wonder if I can do a rap ad about YouTube ads, you know? So I'm got my creative juices flowing right now with trying to figure out a rap ad.
And that ad on Facebook, did you click on it?
I didn't click on it, but I watched the whole ad. I
Yeah.
watched the whole ad. That's
So
the first ad I've ever watched the whole thing through.
it'll be shown to you again then, no doubt, at some point.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Okay. So when someone's running a YouTube ad, you say make multiple versions of the hook. So you're basically shooting the same ad, but 5 or 6 or more different hooks.
Yep.
And then you're doing a multiple split test on all of those different hooks at the same time to see which one gets the greatest results. Is that right?
Yeah, which one gets conversions, right? So I'll have the same elevator pitch, same story, same close. I may have maybe 2 elevator pitches, but use this one. But I'll have like 10 or more hooks.
Wow.
Right. Minimum 5. Minimum 5. So say 5, right? 5 hooks. So if you have 5 hooks, 1 elevator pitch, 1 story, 1 close, you have 5 different ads, right? If I were to throw in there a second elevator pitch, I have 10 ads, right? And so I'll take those different ads and I'll put them up against the best audience that I feel is going to convert the best. And most of the time I'm right. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm right with my audience. It's just we're just testing the different ads. And then I'll find my good ads. And then once I have my good ads, ones that start getting conversions fairly quick, right? I'll then use those ads against other audiences that I'm going to test. So now I'm testing other audiences with good ads. And that allows me to eventually very quickly find good audiences with good ads. So, but it's the ads the most important part.
Yeah. So when you're starting off like that, and you've got your 5 different hooks, and if you've got 2 elevator pitches, then you've got 10 different ads set up. What's typically that first audience that you use that you say, right, that audience is the one that's going to convert? I'm certain of that. What makes you so sure? And what is that type of audience?
Website audience. So usually a website audience. Sorry, say that again?
So that a competitor website audience or an audience?
Yeah, it could be a competitor website audience. It could be a software website that I know my dream humans are using. It could be any website where I know my client, my dream avatar is visiting. Any website. It could be any website. So usually it's not very broad. Like I wouldn't target like news websites because a lot of people visit those. But usually usually for us it's like very business specific, right? So for example, we had one client and he was doing what's it called, employee, oh sugar, not consulting. He would like hire, I can't think of the name of it. He would hire he would find good employees for other businesses.
Headhunting.
What's it called?
Headhunting.
What's that, sorry?
Headhunting.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And so what we do, we just started targeting like payroll software websites, and websites that help manage teams of people and that sort of stuff. And that worked quite well. That worked quite well for him. So yeah, but any website that your dream human will be visiting, you can target those. Those are the first ones I always go for.
You make it sound really easy.
Because it is. It once you know how to do it, what to do and how to do it, it's really easy. It's really easy. So the hardest part is like the creative. Actually, no, I'm lying. The hardest part is the sales process. That's the hardest part. The creative, the targeting, how to set everything up. Once you know how to do it, it's easy. It's just that sales process. It's getting the messaging right in the sales process, the landing page, like webinar versus like live webinar versus automated webinar versus book a call versus, a book funnel or what it may be, some kind of lead magnet checklist thing, whatever. That's the hardest part, because you have to spend, you'll have to get like several hundred clicks, right, to even test it properly, which is going to cost you a few $1,000s. So, and that's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make. They don't spend enough testing.
Yeah.
They don't spend enough testing. Like if you have a brand new sales process and you've just spent $1,000, that's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough money.
But I imagine if somebody has one of these lead magnet pages or booking pages or consultancy book call pages, and they were using Facebook ads very effectively until Facebook got more and more expensive and removed a lot of the targeting options, then YouTube ads is an obvious.
It will slot right in. So every single student or client that I've ever had over the past 3-4 years, or how long it's been, right? If they've run Facebook ads successfully to their page and it works, we've slotted YouTube ads in and it's worked amazingly smoothly. Like it's just proof. So, perfect example. We had a guy come on to our coaching program, and he did what's it called? Online fitness Australia, or what's it called? Fitness Australia Online. And he was teaching like personal training, right? And he was doing Facebook ads, getting a 6 times return on it, right? And he's been doing Facebook ads for like 3-4 years at this point in time, right? So he's like super dialed in, like his pixels really well warmed up. It's going really well. He saw us. He's like, yep, I'm going to do YouTube ads. We started doing YouTube ads with him. Within 2 months, okay, he was doing 11x.
Wow.
On his YouTube ads. 11. So he put $1 into his YouTube advertising. He was getting $11 out at the other end within 2 months. We these other two the another proper developer course creator, the import export course creator program, they were doing Facebook ads, slotted in YouTube ads, worked straight away. Because the sales process is working, because the sales process is proven. So if you've already been running Facebook ads, right, for like lead generation and that sort of thing, YouTube ads, as long as you have a pretty decent ad and you got some good targeting going, it should work pretty much easily within the first month, or within the first couple of weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obviously you have to optimize. Like Jono didn't get the online fitness guy, Jono, right? He didn't get to 11x straight away. He was like in the first like 3 weeks, he was at like 4x, 5x, right? But then after we would like change his ads around and change a few bits on his headline and on his page, you know, boom, 11x. And it just runs.
And I presume you have to refresh the creative every now and then to keep people. No, not even doing that.
I have, so with the importing, exporting coaching program, we literally have an ad that has almost 500,000 views on it. It's been running since August 21.
Wow.
The same ad.
Wow.
So, and the same campaign. Yeah. So, I mean, now mind you, that's like a once off. Most of the time, what I've noticed is that I'll have a campaign running for maybe 6-7 months, and then it starts to die off. Right. And so then I just take that same ad and I just find a new audience. Right. Or a lot of times I just duplicate the audience, restart the campaign all over again, or a new campaign, and it just picks right back up.
Why is that? If you're keeping the same audience and starting a new campaign, why is it improve?
I'm not 100% sure, but I have a theory. And the theory is that when you start a campaign, right, and you plug in your audience, you plug in your ad, Google will like just pick like a group of people in that audience. So the audience could be like 10 million people. Who knows how big it is, right? But it could be like, say, 10 million people. So it may pick one group of like a couple 100,000 people or whatever. And then it goes through and it shows your ads to those people, right? And then after time, your results start to diminish, right? Because you've gone through all the lowest hanging fruit, and then you've gone through all the second lowest hanging fruits and whatnot. Okay. So then when you start a new campaign with the same audience and same ad, it picks a different group of people in that group. If that makes sense. Again, I don't know. That is my theory, but that's the theory I came up with from the testing that I've done with
your results
a couple $1 billion. What's that? Sorry?
Your results back up that theory. Then.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if that's exactly what's happening, but yeah, that's my theory is.
Wow, we are incredibly out of time. So anyone listening to this that is like me thinking, wow, this sounds brilliant. I don't know why I haven't been running YouTube ads before. I need to do it now. How do they get in touch with Marcus Svedin?
So you can do one of two things. You can visit titanmarketer.com. You can book a call with us. Or you can just email me at marcus@titanmarketer.com. And so, yeah.
Okay. I will put the email address and the website below the podcast in the description on iTunes, Audible, Spotify, and YouTube as well. Marcus, thank you. I have learned so much, and I'm really excited now. I'm genuinely excited.
And a lot of people they don't know this. Like they don't know the possibilities, man. Because they see YouTube ads all the time, but they never think about it. They never think about it themselves.
I'm going to go out and have a play.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Marcus.
No worries.